What we suggest to how to eat that properly is this. Most people in here, to me, most of the people, so not everyone, most people eat too much meats. We suggest eating grains, about 50% of the total foods. Grains such like not a white noodles or not white rices, which is like whole wheats or like brown rices. That's what I eat now. Well, maybe like I eat this way, so that's maybe easier to explain. Eat the brown rice and many different kind of the beans. We mix it up, and then I would had a special pots like steam pots, and I ate, and most with vegetables. Once in a while, I eat the meats. Like I say, they suggest 50% of the grains, and then 30% of vegetables. Vegetables, like there is 3 kinds of vegetables there, like leaves, straws, and roots. Try to mix it up, and about 1/3 of each, almost like that. And then about 10%, or when the growing people means about under 20, maybe like this. It's okay, about 10 to 15% of the maybe meats. So still meat, they're talking about white meats. Once in a while, red meats okay, but usually it's just white meats. And then about 5% fruits, and around maybe another 3 to 5% like a daily. So that's the way they suggest. What they're trying to do is try to build it up in their good conditions. Try to clean blood, producing clean bloods, remaining in the bodies, not too much cholesterol, not too much salty, not too much sugary. That's what they try to do. So I tried it years when I eat that way. I feel good. Really, I also, like I say earlier, we have to give the exercising regularly, and even though exercise have to properly and regularly. That properly means, for example, many people, so I jog in the morning, and then I live in West Orange up in the Eagle Rock Reservation. I jog that area, and then a lot of people came up and they jog it. I could tell some people jog properly, some people jogging wrong. So you should have, jogging. Before you jog, you should get that, jogging guide books there. So you should read it and should do it properly. For example, like body maneuvering and postures and breathings and steppings, and those things should do it properly. Not just go, change it, put the shoes in ones. Especially like put the shoes, should have the jogging shoes, not a regular sneakers, things like that. I mean, gotta do properly. Sometimes, if you're not doing properly, maybe losing more than gain. That's what we really don't want to do it. So should do things properly. So in the even studying like martial arts, taekwondo, whatever other martial arts, should do properly. When I going to some tournaments, I sit down and judging some like competitions, and sometimes I really feels sorry for the some competitors, people who has really tremendous talents, and then learn not right way, it performs wrong ways. Then I feel really sorry for that. Something like that, So should do properly right from the beginning. Well, I'm trying to talking about the taekwondo's current status of taekwondos in the taekwondo activities in this country and throughout the world. Actually, taekwondo begins at Korea. In Korea, in taekwondo is like so popular. teaching the taekwondos from grammar school and all the like a junior high school and high school. They had a like a kind of like teams, and you know they like auditorium gymnasiums. They always practicing there. Even militaries and colleges. It's very, very popular. They call it like a national sport. Well, and in becoming taekwondo is like one of the most popular sports in the United States too. In taekwondo is now like a class A sport in the United States. Many people really don't know about that. Even yesterday, I went to one of the schools. I talked about taekwondo. Lots of kids, they never even heard about taekwondo, but taekwondo is the A-class sports. A-class sports means United States Olympic Committee recognize all the sports to classifies. A-class means like swimming and like track and fields and boxings and those kind of sports, popular sports in the United States, which is like it's so much funds supported by USOC, and sending the delegate, number of the delegate to the USOC is like that class A or B, C like that. So the taekwondo is a class A sport, and also official sport of Pan Am Games and Asian Games and many other like big games and official games. So 1988, we first time in taekwondo in debut to in Olympic Games as a demonstration games at Seoul Olympic Games. I went to Seoul Olympic Games as one of the members of the United States teams, and become the United States A-class sport. We taekwondo instructors worked really hard. And we do, I came in, as I told you, about 20-some years ago, and full-time I teach the taekwondo. And throughout the countries, many, many instructors, they worked it hard, and we built up, today's taekwondo. And United States, we had about, roughly, we figure, we had about 1 million people training in taekwondo today. One of the fastest growing sports in the United States, really. I'm really proud of myself, and I feel really, graceful when I see, come up those status, like, statistics like that, large number of statistics come up like that. I feel proud of myself because I, put my time and work it, and come up taekwondo, bring it up this far. I really graceful feelings when I, having, a lot of times at my schools, some of the youngsters, young kids, such no confidence at all, or some people who, like some of the disabled peoples, and join in my class, and then I try my best to help them and teach them, and they, really become the confident persons, and kind of, things like I see, I feel so graceful things. So I really enjoy my jobs, really, what I'm doing. And in this year, we do have Olympic Games will held at the Barcelona, and begins that Olympic in end of July. I'm planning to go there again, and in next week we're going to have United States National Taekwondo Championship will have held at the Hampton, Virginia, and Hampton Coliseums. And then after over the national championships, then the top fighters from all the countries, all of the result of the national championships, we call them to U.S. Olympic Complex at Colorado Springs, Colorado. Third week of July, we're going to have Olympic trials. So I'm going there too again. And then we